Okay, welcome. It's lesson 15. Lesson 15 is my thoughts are images that I have made. And I remember reading this lesson. I just remember reading the part in the second paragraph of the lesson text, which says, "This introductory idea to the process of image making, which you call seeing, will not have much meaning for you. You will begin to understand it when you have seen little edges of light around the same familiar objects that you see about you now. That is the beginning of real vision. You can be certain that real vision will come very quickly when this has occurred." And I just remember being like, I'm not seeing light. Am I seeing light? I should be seeing light or trying to see light. And then now I feel like perhaps I don't even know what that means. Like, I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna keep going. And I did this lesson and I did several practice periods. And this lesson reminds me a lot of Byron Katie's work, which she calls the work. And she has you question your stressful thoughts. And she has you really look and pause a moment in time where really I feel like the work is saying in each moment in time, especially upsetting moments, we are ascribing meaning to everything. We are not seeing clearly, and everything in our mind that's upsetting us is just an image. So it reminded me a lot. If you haven't checked out her work, I find it extremely complementary to the Course in Miracles. And whenever I'm upset, it's one of the tools I go to the most. So that's an aside, but this lesson in particular is really one of her main teaching messages from my perspective. So we were to repeat the idea to ourselves. My thoughts are images I have made, and then look about our environment and fill in the sentence, "This blank is an image I have made." So this lesson didn't necessarily wow me or stand out. And I think that's going to be our experience, is just if we're doing this every single day. And you will know that in the future, we're going to do some review lessons of the early lessons. So it's not that there are 365 unique lessons, but there are particular exercises on each day of the year. And again, take as much time as you need. So I did this, I looked about, and I just kept an open mind. Like, this thing I'm looking at is an image I have made because I've ascribed meaning to it. And I'm making my world constantly by my thinking. And I also thought in the very first sentence, it says, "My thoughts are images I've made. It is because the thoughts you think appear as images that you do not recognize them as nothing." And that's the kind of sentence you have to read. For me, I'm reading it again, like, it is because the thoughts you think appear as images that you do not recognize them as nothing. You think them, and so you think you see them. Again, we want to stay in a relaxed state with this. In my experience, of course, you can look up other Course in Miracles teachers that actually go in depth and explain this. And the text that's in front of the workbook lays the foundation for the workbook lessons. So of course it's okay to go in and read the text or go look up this lesson for people who give commentary and explanation. Do it. I also find I'm going about this like not needing to understand everything, but letting the insights arrive. So I have seen this thought, I believe it's in the book Sons of God, this concept of like, you think. And so I just like being open to the fact that perhaps the whole system I'm using is off and show me the truth, you know? So I've just taken it lightly and did this lesson, ready to move on and grateful you're doing this. I don't have Justine. I might lose all my followers. So I'd be down to 3. No, I'll be down to half, which is, no. I thank each and every person who's watching, not because it's about me, but it's just awesome to think that if I can be helpful in any way just because I'm showing up consistently. I'm not showing up professionally with movie camera crew yet. But I'm so glad you're here, you're doing it. And please, if you have any commentary that you want to add, I'd be happy to hear it and respond to it. But here we go. Let's go. Let's move on. My thoughts are images I have made. Lesson 15. Peace.